friends here, and we went for a swim this afternoon in the beach. We've got a beachside site which you'll see if you haven't seen already, and we were both discussing when we jumped in the water, apart from the temperature of the water, which was fairly a bit cooler, but it certainly reminded us of the Mediterranean. And when you look at the somewhat dry and barren landscape, beautiful crystal clear water and really nice beaches, it certainly looks a lot like, it's the first time we've experienced it in Australia, it looks a lot like beaches in certain parts of Spain. Here's why. There was a former mining operation here which obviously used to use this jetty to get its, I guess, ore out, whatever the ore was. I'm not really sure, I'll have to do some research on that.
Thinking gold or tin at the moment.
But if you look at the water here, it's just like crystal clear, it's so nice. Our neighbours are up here, they're trying to catch some squid for some bait. So we'll see if they catch any.
Outside my window I see fields of snow. It's cold and I just wanna fly away and feel free. If I could flee from winter here and now.
So we're staying at the Brighton Beachside Caravan Park in Adelaide, and wasn't going to show too much about Brighton because it's just a caravan park, but I just had to walk out after I seen this through the kitchen window. We're not beachfront, but I could see this. Check this out. Amazing evening. And that's down to the Brighton Pier. You don't get much better night on the beach in Adelaide, I don't think. Pretty cool. And this is how close we are to our site. Here we are, just here. Pretty awesome sunset on the water, which we're not used to. So I'm spending a little bit of time at the Adelaide Showground while Sharon's gone back to Brizzy. And yeah, I must say I'm very impressed with the showground. $55 a night, which is a little bit expensive for caravan park, but they've done a really good job of making it very, professional. Facilities are first class. The site sizes are 10 metres by 10 metres, which are pretty awesome for a caravan park. And the location is really good. Just walk out through a pedestrian gate onto Goodwood Road, straight across to Drake's, straight across to the pub across the road if you're that way inclined, and coffee shops, and there's a doggy daycare as well across the road. So, and it's 3 k's from town, so there's a tram stop outside which is really easy to get to, and walking to town is quite easy as well, being only 3 k's. So yeah, highly recommend it and highly rate it. I've been here for a week now with another few days to go, so yeah, pretty cool. This is our street. see there's a mixture of paved sites, which is the majority, and there's obviously some grass sites. So I managed to get onto a grass site after a couple of days here scouting around. So we've been here for a few days now, and yeah, it's the way to go for Coopies. Yeah, pretty awesome. Ciao. Okay, so this morning I'm heading into what they call the Central Market, which is a grocery, fresh veggie, fresh fish, meat market in the centre of Adelaide. Market runs about 5 days a week, and I took Sharon there yesterday and she's just blown away. It's just so good. So I thought I'd take in for a bit of a look around this morning, Saturday morning. Nice chilly morning, and yeah, I'll show you around.
I will go back to where it all began, you and me. We were together on an isle of love. The sun was shining for us every day from above. We ran along the beach and you kissed me. Then we went for a swim like in my dream. Under the palm tree is where we dance tonight. Back then it felt like a roller coaster ride. Oh, under the palm tree is where I found my love. Hey, your skin on my skin, I couldn't get enough. Right now I wait for spring so bad it hurts. My days are lonely cause you ran away, no goodbyes. I guess for you the song was just a flirt. But I will never forget your sweet face, your green eyes. The smell of your warm skin was like a drop. I lay beside you and was so bewitched, so damn high. If you could only give me one last time. But I suppose you found another guy. Under the palm tree is where we dance tonight. Oh, back then it felt like a roller coaster ride. Hey, under the palm tree is where I found my love. Oh, your skin on my skin.
Good morning. So we're coming to you today from a place called Penong, or we're just outside Penong, which is just basically west of Ceduna, about 80 k's west of Ceduna. So we've basically started our trip across the Nullarbor. So over the next few days we're going to be crossing the Nullarbor to end up in Kalgoorlie. Next Tuesday we booked into Kalgoorlie because we've got a few work meetings to do. Today's Wednesday, so we've got the best part of a week to get to Kalgoorlie. So today's plan is to travel about 4 hours to hopefully be able to camp on one of the cliffs that is in the Great Australian Bight. So we're going to look around the Bunda cliff area. So that's a pretty well-renowned place, beautiful place. It's going to be a bit windy though, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge for us. Over the next couple of days it's going to be a bit windy, but we'll check it out. In the meantime, this is our camp that we had last night. So this is old school ruins, which are just outside Penong, about, I don't know, 10-minute drive outside Penong, west of Penong. And yeah, pretty well had a nice sort of good get back to the bush camping. So this is the camp that we had. The old school ruins aren't much to talk about. They're just over here. Not much to see there. But yeah. This is where we were last night. Ciao.
Okay, so here we are, the start of the Nullarbor Plain. We're going to cross the Nullarbor.
Yeah, something we've been looking forward to. Another little challenge.
Tell you what, there is absolutely nothing out here. Naturally.
Lots of rubbish.
Yeah, actually lots of rubbish. Yeah, anyway. Couple of days of nothing, I think.
I couldn't get enough.
just paid the most expensive price for fuel that I've had to so far at $2.95 a litre. But I knew that, so I only needed about 20 litres because I topped up in the previous town. But yeah, here's the original old Nullarbor roadhouse, complete with a little shop that used to be in here. The old cash register, display cabinet and so on. Old Treadley. And the workshop is next door. Pretty cool. So, here we are here. Well, good morning. Coming to you today from Bunda Cliffs in South Australia. So it's about half an hour's drive west of the Nullarbor Roadhouse. So you've seen us call in there yesterday. Our plan was to stay here hopefully for a couple of nights, but as predicted, it's a little bit windy and as such not as comfortable as it could be. But so glad that we were able to spend the night here. We had the place to ourselves, and as you'll see by some of the drone footage, it's a pretty awesome spot. So yeah, so we're just packing up, getting ready to go. But this is our camp in the background here. Koopy's getting ready, just locking up. But check this out. That's our view. Great spot on the edge of the cliffs. So we reckon it's up there in our favourite top 3 spots of our trip so far. If not, it's probably close to the best. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, today we're crossing into Western Australia for the first time in the caravan anyway, and so that's about an hour and a half drive is the border crossing from here. So yeah, we've probably got about 5 hours drive ahead of us today. We're looking at a rest stop about that, but because we lose 2 hours, or we gain 2 hours in Western Australia, we might even keep going. We'll see how we go. School holidays are starting this week, so today's Thursday, school holidays start tomorrow and Friday in Western Australia, so we'll just have to see what we do for the next couple of days. And our booking in Kalgoorlie is from next Tuesday, so we've got a couple of days to fill in Western Australia, so we'll just see how we go.
Something that you don't know, feel it creeping on me in the night. Weight of it I can't hold, pushing me to swim against the open tide, open tide. Oh, I fight, it's not me, yeah. I don't even recognize my heartbeat, yeah. Feel like I'm losing time. Here we go again, on the ropes, on the ropes. It's not me, yeah. I don't even recognize. I don't even recognize. You always fought my battles, but now you make it hard for me to find a way out of this storm. Follows me above my head, and oh, it rains, oh, it rains. Darker days, darker days. It's not me, yeah. I don't even recognize my heartbeat. in time. Here we go again. On the roads, it's not me, yeah. I don't even recognize.
So, Naza, how is your steak sandwich?
So I have to say that this steak sandwich is as good, maybe if not slightly better than the Derby one, which means it's the best steak sandwich in Australia. Well done to the York Hotel. The bacon, the steak is very fresh, the Turkish roll, really nice. Laka, man. Okay, so we're in Kalgoorlie today, and one of the big things in town is what they call the super pit, which is a massive open cut mine. Still operating today. So yeah, it's one of the biggest mining operations in the world.
I think it's actually the second biggest super pit actually in the world.
So yeah, thought we'd come along. There's a lookout just outside town actually. It's probably less than 2 or 3 k's from where we're staying, so you can come up and it's probably lookout. You can look down into the mine, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll give you a look. We've got a whole bunch of information within the lookout building.
Certainly makes those trucks look tiny, doesn't it?
Sure does. And they're probably 793s, I think.
They wouldn't use 797s?
I don't think so. Not 100% certain.
I don't even recognize. Oh, getting me down, oh. So tell me something that I don't know.